What's up guys, my name is Griffin Steinfeld. I'm the owner of Griffin Performance. Today we are here at Holley LS Fest West in beautiful Las Vegas, talking boat stuff. We brought Brian Glidewell's Cheyenne jet boat. This is the world's fastest open cockpit LS jet boat, period. And yeah, this thing's gnarly. My passion for performance and going fast literally started at day one. The Nitro RC cars is where I kind of developed the ear for tuning and learning what an engine sounds when it's too lean or too rich. Progressed into drag racing, NASCAR, endurance road course racing, drag racing, and now we're diving hardcore into the boats these last couple of years. The LSs and boats are a little bit of a new deal. It is definitely a trend that's kind of coming into play because most of the boats on the water were built in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and there weren't LSs back then. They were all big block Chevys or Fords or Oldsmobiles and kind of those older school engines. So hype has been around the LSs in the boat world, and people are finding out that they do make the torque, they do make the horsepower at arguably half the weight. So it's been a really popular choice for guys that are a little bit on a budget and also the guys that really want to get after it and go fast as well. I met Brian a little over a year ago, and this boat was already what it was with the twin turbo LS in it. A little bit smaller motor, a little bit smaller turbos. He expressed to me that the boat ran really good, but he was having some issues and some struggles. I asked him, I'm like, hey dude, you got your laptop with you? And he's like, yeah, I got it. Can I take a look at it? Yeah, sure. So he hands me his laptop, and I go through the Holley tables, and I look at a couple of things and I'm like, all right, well, hey, there's a little bit of room for improvement in here. Do you mind if I make some changes to it? And he said, dude, by all means, go for it. We can't go any slower. So clicked some keys and sent the tune up into the computer. And sure enough, we were in the middle of this boat show, like on the trailer. And I said, hey, dude, what's the chance we could fire it up and put it on the two-step and build some boosts? And he said, dude, I don't care, go for it, light it up. So get in the boat, fire it up, and put the thing on the two-step, and it made more boost than it ever has. And I said, all right, cool, man. Next question, can we pull it out of the show and put it in the water real quick and see what it does? He said, dude, I'll go get the forklift, I'll be right back. We pulled the boat out of the show that it was entered in, bring it down to the water, 200 feet down the ramp, and we start making test hits, and he literally got emotional on the launch ramp, because he'd never seen the boat launch as hard as it did, and that's kind of how our friendship has evolved ever since then. My company, Griffin Performance, built him the engine that's currently in the boat now, which is one of our big horsepower packages. It's a 427 LSX, twin 83mm turbos on alcohol, and that's kind of the evolution of this boat. It is a all carbon fiber boat. It weighs 1,500 pounds with him in it, going down the racetrack. So when this thing's turned up, it's making right around 2,300 horsepower, and it's a crazy thing to drive. I will say that I've driven a lot of really fast stuff in my life, boats, cars, and trucks. This is top 3 scariest things I've ever driven in my life, hands down. This boat races in a 660 foot class and a 1,000 foot class. It's gone 530s at 151 miles an hour as it sits, and that is the fastest open cockpit LS powered jet boat on the planet. Typically, being it an LS, we are the smallest engine on the property, cubic inch wise. We're going up against 500 or 600 cubic inch nitrous blown big blocks, and this thing handles them pretty easily. Holley has been a huge part of this boat's success and my business's success because, number one, Holley EFI is the biggest, most popular EFI aftermarket system out there. It is the easiest to use, it has the most support, so if we screw up and something happens, chances are someone else in the pits has what we need as spares. So that's a really huge leg up on why I choose to go with Holley. But as far as this specific boat goes, there's Holley products front to back in this thing. Dominator ECU, we've got the Holley Smart Coils, we've got engine parts, we've got the Holley high ram in it, Holley boost control solenoids. Literally everything that makes this boat run and does what it does is because of Holley, and it's my language. One of the best things about Holley that I enjoy is being able to remote tune people anywhere in the world at any given time. If you have a cell phone with cell service, I can get onto your computer and tune your vehicle live while you're in it and driving it and operating it. That's what really makes Holley so easy. And if I'm out and about, I know Holley and the table so well that I can walk someone through that's never touched Holley EFI and go through the tables and say, hey dude, okay, check A, B, and C, here's our issue, boom. issues fixed, they're on their way, and that's why Holley's the best. So one of the cool stories I've had with a Holley customer service situation, I had a guy in Texas running his boat. A bank of coils died. I called Holley and I said, dude, hey, Holley, next day, 4 coils after this guy right away. He's about to go into a competition, so those guys pulled through at the end of the day, got the shipping order out the door, and this guy had the coils at the racetrack that next day, made his weekend, and he ended up finishing really well and saved the whole weekend. So why Holley for marine applications? The Dominator and the HP ECUs are both US Coast Guard approved, which is really helpful for your closed compartment engines. Currently standing, we are 0.2 of a second off of the fastest open cockpit jet boat in the world, period. Right now, I really only need one Holley product to get us there. That's the Pro 600 ignition system. Because we're running alcohol fuel and we're moving so much fuel volume through this engine, close to 2,000 pounds per hour, we need more spark energy to light all that fuel in the cylinder. So the Pro 600s will give us that extra firepower to light the spark when I throw that much more fuel at it. And honestly, I think that will get us to that fastest jet boat in the world, period. As far as speed and acceleration goes with these jet boats and boats of this caliber in general, the first about 100 or so feet is where the race is won and lost. Out back, you don't really gain that much speed. I mean, you'll still gain 30, 40 mile an hour on the back half of the track if you're racing, say, your 1,000-foot track. But Holley G meters, we have one on the dash and one back in the boat, so we have 2 to compare to. Those are the most important tuning tools in drag racing, period. The higher you can keep that G meter going means the harder you're accelerating. So really the only sensor I care about when it comes to tuning the boat or the chassis of a car is that G meter. I've driven a lot of really fast stuff in my life, but this is next level. I was cruising right around 30, 40 miles an hour, gently rolled into the throttle at around the 1,500 horse level, and it was 116 miles an hour in 2.6 seconds. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But Brian has got a few screws loose in his head, so he's got the cojones to keep his foot in the thing and go 150 miles an hour in it, and it is an absolute crazy feeling to drive, pulling north of, I think when I drove it, it was about 2.4 Gs of acceleration, and that was at low boost. This thing will sustain roughly 3 Gs of acceleration, and it literally feels like you're gonna pull the steering wheel off the dash. So it's nuts. You guys, if you've never driven a high horsepower jet boat, do it. Wear a life jacket, but do it.